Hi, welcome to Louisville Now. We are at the Peterson Dumesnil House, and I am here with the president of the Peterson Dumesnil House Foundation, Tony Kamber. Thank you very much for letting us be here with you today.
Well, thanks for doing this. We really appreciate it.
So, as I mentioned, we're at the Peterson Dumesnil House. Obviously, that's two names. This house is named for some famous residents of Louisville, right?
Yep, Joseph Peterson and one of the Dumesnils, actually. So.
Okay. And there's actually a third name, though, that's not in the title, right?
There was a Roland, and the reason why the house went on to become the Peterson Dumesnil House is because the Rolands and the Dumesnils actually lived here together, but the Rolands died early, and so the namesake was the last Dumesnil was here in the 1940s, and so hence the Peterson Dumesnil House.
So, okay, you've been saying it. You have that S in the name when you say it. So there's a couple of different ways you can say, because it's spelled with an S. Dumesnil is spelled with an S in the middle, right?
Right.
But some people say it, some people don't.
Some people skip it, some people don't.
It's just however you choose, right?
I've been doing this 10 years, and that's just what I'm comfortable with.
And you said you talked to some residents about who are, or not, excuse me, some descendants of the Dumesnils.
Yes, we still have some descendants they actually still contribute in our annual fund. And so the last time I actually...
How do they say it? How do they say it?
Dumesnil.
Ah, okay.
So the last year I ever saw them was my second year was building and grounds chair, and our boiler went out, and they were going to have Thanksgiving dinner here, and so it was cold, and I got a phone call when the boiler's out. So the Dumesnil family's showing up for dinner, and so there's no space heaters on Thanksgiving Day, so I found two at Walmart or at Walgreens and got the house up to 54 degrees. I called the caterer, said, tell them that we don't have heat. They might want to change their mind. They were like, no, that's fine. They showed up. As they were walking in the front door, I was walking out the back door, and I just did not look back.
There you go.
But they said they had a blast because it reminded them of what they grew up here at.
Oh, wonderful.
It was cool.
So you are president of the foundation. So
yes, sir.
What's the mission of the foundation here?
We have three tenets to our mission statement. One is obviously historical preservation. Two is find financially viable uses for the property. Generally, rentals is what we do. And the third thing, and probably the most important thing, but it took us a long time to really realize that was the most important thing, was serve as an asset to the Crescent Hill community, especially. So we do a lot of free events here.
And you actually have 4 organizations that are housed here, too. Is that correct?
Yep. We're probably the only, that I can think of, rental venue that houses people for free. We house the Crescent Hill Community Council for free, obviously, the Crescent Hill Garden Club for free. FABA will do it, Frankfurt Avenue Business Association will do it on occasion. We also have the Louisville Mandolin Orchestra and the Louisville Historical League, and they all house here for free. So. Wow. Last year we had over 120 free usages of the property, which makes it very unusual.
That's great. And you may see behind too, there's tents because you do have events here as well.
Yeah, we got a big one coming.
Weddings? Is that the primary events that you have?
Yes. Our primary source of revenue are weddings. We're trying to branch out. We do memorials, and we do just general business parties and holiday parties and things like that. But it really is mainly events. Our weddings are our main thing.
And it is a beautiful building.
Well, thank you.
Beautiful facility. And you've been doing some improvements as well to make it even more beautiful.
Yeah, since I took over the board itself, we went on a capital campaign. We've probably invested over $500,000 into the property. It's looking about as good as it's looked in a long, long time. We're really checking off the boxes on all of our wish lists of things that we need to do. Part of that is we got very active in seeking out grant money. So we go for grants every year now. We hadn't done that forever.
So a little later on the show, we're going to have an opportunity to speak to a historian about some of the events that are coming up that are also fundraisers for the Peterson Dumesnil House and the foundation. But we want to talk a little bit about the history as well, because there's a lot of history here. When was this house built?
1869. By a gentleman named Joseph Peterson. He's from Pennsylvania. He was a tobacco merchant, and this is where he lived eventually. So he and his wife Caroline lived here. Caroline and Joseph had a daughter, Carrie. Caroline passed fairly young, and then sometime thereafter, Carrie basically passed as well. But in the meanwhile, there were 2 granddaughters. Carrie had 2 granddaughters, also named Carrie, and the other named Liza. So one of them married a Roland, and the other married a Dumesnil, and they cohabitated here in the house. So if you were to go upstairs, you'll see that they're mirror images of each other. So nobody got, everybody got the same amount of space. So and so that they lived here again until the Rolands had passed early. The Dumesnils were here till the 40s. But if you notice, you've got Roland Avenue here, you got Peterson Avenue here, and so you have Dumesnil down in Old Louisville. So you're talking some prominent families.
Absolutely. And after that, JCPS kind of got hold of it, correct?
Yep. JCPS took it over in the 40s. It became the only teachers' lounge in the United States until the late 70s, early 80s.
Wow.
And so there was in the meanwhile, the Crestno Community Council was created after the tornadoes. And so they were meeting here, leasing space here, et cetera, et cetera. So then the rumor became that they were going to tear the house down to build tennis courts or soccer fields, that kind of varying stories. And the neighborhood said that they were basically having none of it, went door to door and collected enough money to purchase the property.
Oh, wow.
And I think it was somewhere around, at that time in '84, it was about $154,000.
Wow. And now we're still raising money for the foundation to keep
every
up
day
the building, right? Exactly. How can people find out more information about the foundation?
www.petersondumesnil.org. Hit donate now, and it's right there.
Well, thank you. I've been talking with Tony Kamber, who is the president of the Peterson Dumesnil House Foundation. We're going to be back here on Louisville Now with more. Stay with us.